Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. c4 builds a strong center by controlling the important d5 square and creates a square for the knight to come to c3 without blocking the c-pawn. e6 opens up a line for the dark-squared bishop and prepares to castle quickly, while preparing to push a pawn to d5 and recapture with a pawn if captured. Knight f3 develops toward the center, putting pressure on the e5 square and adding another defender to the d4 pawn. The Bogo Indian defense is a more positional opening and starts with bishop b4 check. Black seeks to exchange the dark-squared bishop and quickly castle kingside. Knight bd2 develops the knight and blocks the check. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside, because the king is further from the center. You kicked your opponent's piece from that square. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. Your bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. This prepares the bishop for development. Your bishop becomes more powerful by developing towards the action, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Nice, definitely the right move. This overlooks a better way to strike at the center with a pawn. With that move, you chase the knight away. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. Develops the bishop and attacks the center. This is an equal trade. Nice choice. Your recapture also improves your queen's position. One of the best moves. Connected rooks can be very useful. Advancing the pawns in front of the king can compromise the king's safety. Your last piece has joined the game. Moving the bishop gives black more flexibility in the middle game. Good thinking. This move puts your bishop into a stronger, more active position. This is not the right idea. This moves your bishop to a safer square. One more piece joins the action. You are threatening to checkmate the king. This prevents the opponent from being able to checkmate the king. Good job. That's what I would have played too. With the rook now developed as well, black has all pieces ready for action. Yes, this is the way. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. You create space for the king to move in case it is attacked. A solid choice. You apply pressure to your opponent's pawn chain. This is a fair move. This move wins a bishop. This captures a pawn and eliminates a threat. That was a strong discovery. Now you'll win a rook. This defends the attacked pawn. Nice, definitely the right move. Recaptures. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. This steps away from the checking queen. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. This stops the opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. You've pinned your opponent's bishop, limiting its movement. A very strong play. You sacrificed your rook, a stunning move. This is the way to win material. Takes back. Your pin restricts your opponent's bishop. This evades the check from the queen. This wins a queen. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This move wins a queen. This captures a knight that checked the king. You won a queen for free. One of the best moves. That pawn was yours for the taking. This loses a pawn, but the position was losing no matter what. You captured a free pawn. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. Nice! You found a way to win a pawn. This evades the check from the queen. This is the way to win a knight. This overlooks an opportunity to counterattack an opposing queen. Nice vision spotting and capturing that vulnerable knight. Recaptures. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. A solid choice. Your move gets closer to checkmate. This wins a bishop. This blocks the check from an opposing queen. You continue the checkmate attack. Takes back. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. This evades the check from the queen. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. This is the strongest option. Your move gets closer to checkmate. Right on target. You did it. Nice checkmate.